Welcome back to Guitarlele Tutorials. Today we are going to look into D minor chord. Let's take a look at the D major chord first. And now this is D minor chord. The chord diagram link will be there in description for download. Notice that all fingers changed, although only one note changes. It's not like A major to A minor, where only one finger changes. The only savior here is that rarely you will find songs with D to D minor change. Most common changes happen with A minor to D minor, C to D minor, F to D minor, A to D minor, and G to D minor. We haven't yet learned C and F chord, but when we will be able to play those, we will be able to play hundreds of songs along with the chords that we already know. Let's take another look into D minor chord. Looks familiar, right? You won't be wrong if it looks familiar to you. Actually, it's A major chord played one string lower. Here is our A major chord. And here is our D minor chord. So, A major chord played one string below is D minor chord. Now let's look back at the D major chord. And once again the D minor chord. Check that both the chord uses the same strings, only one net changes in the second string from F sharp to F. By the way, concepts like this, the octave, notes, sharp, flat, etc. are going to be covered in another series which will come after this basic series of Guitarlele lessons. The course will be Music Theory for Beginners. So stay tuned even after the basic lessons get over. Music theory will give a better understanding on what you are doing with your instrument. Music theory is not mandatory, but learning it will be useful for any musician. Usually, music theory lessons tend to be with pen and paper, but I'll take a different approach and involve as much instrument as possible. I will show practically what we are learning with the help of guitarlele, ukulele and a 32-key keyboard. Music theory is universal to all instruments. So, I will show it in different instruments just to make things interesting. Well, enough future strategy discussions. Let's get back to the chord. The D minor chord is pretty much the same of A major chord. The problems are also the same. So, the chord check exercise for D minor will exactly be like A major chord, just a string lower. And hopefully, if you play A major perfectly, so can you the D minor chord. One thing to add here, pay extra attention to the second string though, if you are muting that string or not. That's the string that differentiates the D major from D minor. Here I am trying to play D major and D minor with muting the second string. Okay, so this is the D minor chord with muted second string. Okay, and here is the D major chord with muted second string. There is no difference, right? Once again, the D minor chord with muted second string. And here is the D major chord with muted second string. Okay, now this one with the proper placement of fingers. So this is the D major with unmuted or ringing second string. And here is the D minor with unmuted or ringing second string. So there is a clear difference in the sound, right? So pay attention to the second string, what you are doing with this, right? So that's all basically you have to check in D minor. That's all about D minor chord and how to play it.